Hey guys, welcome to Ken Tamplin Vocal Academy, where the proof is in the singing. I'm doing a series, and the series is called What Makes This Singer Great, and I'm about to do Paul McCartney. If you guys would, please like and subscribe to my channel, that would be great. Also, don't forget to ring that bell so I can keep more of these videos coming your way. And I have a singing course. It's called How to Sing Better Than Anyone Else. You can find it right here. This is where we negotiate all of these different styles and the greatness of these singers in hopes to help make you great as well as a singer. So I'm going to dive right into Paul, but what comes to mind when I think of Paul McCartney? Well, of course, I think of he's one of the Beatles, right? You know, that's the first thing. I think of just amazing songwriting. So I don't care if it's Hey Jude, Helter Skelter, Maybe I'm Amazed, Let It Be. Yeah, I mean, songs that he sang on Band on the Run, Sgt. Pepper, Yesterday. I mean, it's almost endless, the songs that this guy's written and sung on and the Beatles have done. So certainly that's way up. He wrote the songs that made the whole world sing, and they're so timeless. Look at how long they've spanned, into over 40 years, on 50 years, something. You know, long time running, and his longevity as a performer. He's still out there to this day in his 70s or whatever, singing and killing it, doing all this stuff, just almost like he did it way back in the day. So that's pretty phenomenal. I also think of him as a multi-instrumentalist. So he, knew him as playing bass in the Beatles, but playing Let It Be or whatever, he's playing piano. So he's a consummate musician, and I know that that's helped him tremendously in his songwriting and also in his vocal abilities. I would probably coin him as maybe being one of the greatest singer-songwriters of all time. I don't think of him as being like a maestro of singing. I think of him as being a maestro of singer-songwriter, storyteller, because that certainly is what he is. And just consummate professionalism, great pitch, his consistency live night after night after night for all these years is just phenomenal. So let's dive into this and let's check out what we got here. I put together a little montage to check out Paul McCartney live. Here we go.
Hey Jude, don't make it bad.
Makes you want to sing right away, doesn't it?
Take a sad song and make it better.
Writing the songs the whole world sings.
Remember to let her into your heart.
Don't you wish you could do that?
You can
I do.
start to make it better. Hey Jude, don't be afraid. You were made to go out and get her. The minute you let her into your skin.
Now notice, again, his approach is very gentle. He's kind of like a lyric tenor. So he's not just killing it, though he does that in Helter Skelter, right? And he can do both. And we've seen that in other things that he's done. But, like at the end, it's like, he gets into it. But his approach is very gentle and very tender and, whatnot. So I love that about that smooth, silky part of the lyric tenor in him, which is great. So let's continue.
Will you begin to make it better? Maybe I'm amazed at the way you love me all the time.
I did a version of this. I'll put it in the description. Tell me how I did. All right, so now one other thing that I think is important for my singing friends out there is he uses a lot of air and a lot of space. So, maybe I'm amazed. He's kind of like Don Henley, would use a lot of air in his sound. And then when he goes up to sing something distorted, he takes the glottis, which are the vocal folds, he closes it down and pushes a lot of compression in that to get that kind of distorted sound. Now, what's different about it, if you notice, is you can tell that the chords themselves, because of that kind of approach to singing, because of being a lyric tenor, that when he tries to distort its sound, it's not a real ballsy, round, connected sound. It's a real loose, kind of flabby sort of frenetic, very loose kind of distorted sound. It's not real, punchy and pushed forward. So that's important to note because we're ready to do a Helter Skelter, and you can kind of hear it in that too as he does this. And I cover this in my singing course where we discuss all different types of distortion, how to get it, how to stay safe on it, not lose your voice.
To the bottom, I go back to the top of the slide. But I stop and I turn and I move for a ride. And I get to the bottom and I see you again. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Do you want me to love
Mesa
you?
Boogie, favorite amplifier.
I'm coming out fast, but my eyes above you. So tell me the answer. You may be a lover, but you ain't no dancer. Oh, help Skelter, help Skelter, help Skelter.
Okay, so again, his approach to singing was very gentle. Just his songwriting was off the charts great. And apparently he just knew how to, touch the heart of the world, and just, whatever he wrote, it just seemed to turn to gold, which was amazing. If I've missed anything, guys, tell me what you think of when you think of Paul McCartney. Please put that in the comments sections. And if there's someone you'd like for me to do a takedown of what makes this singer great. And again, there's other eccentricities. When I think of the Beatles, I think of, the stunt that they pulled. There was an old funny Mad Magazine thing way back. Ringo, Paul, George, and John played a trick and put us on, dropped hints that Paul was dead as nails, and rocketed their record sales. So I think of that. I think of Sgt. Pepper, kind of the backward masking and the creepy stuff, and all the great production of George Martin, God rest his soul, recently. But anyway, so there's that. And gang, I've got another really great video headed your way, so check this out.